giving you guys 2 videos today of this crazy ass face. Okay? Crazy. But I'm letting people kind of pick my brain. And what I mean by that is I'm telling stories. I'm telling you about life. What bothers me? What makes me happy? You kind of guys already know what makes me happy. What makes me happy is giving things to people. It truly is what they would say is my love language. I love to give to people. That truly makes me happy to make... I love correcting when this wrist, if I could get this left one to correct, like this right one corrects, that wasn't my wrist that just cracked, it was my fingers. But usually I can get this to go, it just feels good. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels so good. I love to change people's lives, but I almost think in a way sometimes when I give things to people, I get way so much more out of it than they do. Because I don't know, I think people appreciate getting things, but I don't think they appreciate it as much as I get out of it from it. It's almost like maybe it's selfish in a way because I want to give so much to people because I get so much happiness. Think about it. If you earn something and you struggle for it, right? I think you're almost going to appreciate something more if you do that for it, right? Than if somebody gave you something. I think that's it. But I love to give shit to people. I really do. That really does make me happy. And I was picking my husband's brain just now, right? He's at home and he is doing something that's actually making me happy. I told you guys before I was going to show you this glare of this sun there. I told you guys before that I was going to show you some pictures of my mom and dad. Well, they're in this cabinet. It's not real big, but it's kind of heavy in the garage. This cabinet, I believe, was self-made. Not self-made, made somewhere. And my mom painted it. My mom loved blue. I hate the color blue. She loved the color blue, and she used to get mad at me for I just hated blue. I love green. I like white. I like black. I like the color tans, and I love gold. Oh, I love gold. There's this one woman on TikTok or something. She has all her silverware, all her accents in her house gold, like white and gold, like marble and gold. Oh my God, do I love it. I don't know the name of her thing, and I kind of lost it. I need to type it back in. I probably could find it. Lady with gold accents everywhere. It's just beautiful. It went out for years and years, but I never stopped liking it. And they would call it brass color, like your faucets in your bathroom, your tub and all that. They call it brass. I think they made it better now where it's not going to peel and damage so much. And the silverware, oh, I just love her stuff. My God. That lady's stuff is just such good. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love gold. I love the color gold. I guess shiny. Man always calls me, she goes, you're a Polak. You like shit shiny and gaudy. Well, I guess I do. And the only color of blue I do like remotely is turquoise. So I guess I am a Polak. I don't care. It's what everybody's got their own preferences in life. God, these bugs are bad. These bees this year, and I don't know if this is in other states. In Michigan, they are relentless. They are horrible. I got stung last week here at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. That day I worked 16 hours. They are just really, really horrible this year. It's not even funny how bad they are. But anyways, what we were talking about, and it made so much sense. My husband is a good reader of people, and it made a lot of sense. He goes, you can tell how a person is, how they treat animals. And number two, you can also know how somebody is for how animals approach them. And he goes, animals know your number before you even walk up to them. Animals that people say that would hurt somebody or something, my husband can walk right up to them and they love on him like no tomorrow, or get down on the floor with them. My husband is a very kind and kindred soul. My husband is a marshmallow deep down. I'm the tough, badass one, really, of the family. Between me and him, he's like, but I'm also good in another way. But I'm the one that would watch out for us. I'm like the tougher one, you know. I don't know how to say it, but I'm still good and kind to people, and I love animals. If I ever see anybody hurt an animal, I'd kill him. I'd kill him right then and there. I'm sorry, I would. But he made a lot of sense when he said that, and he goes, and that's right there. I can see what kind of person somebody is. If an animal walks up to somebody that I don't know. Oh, my neck has been bothering me. You can see how, let's see if I can crack my back. Nothing. Barely a crack. You can see how animals walk up to people, and if they're not scared and they know that person's a good person. And that's how and my husband too. Animals that are supposed to be mean and aggressive go right up to him and just love on him. He's got a way with animals, big time. And I love to hear when he goes outside, you guys. You know, and this is me just telling life stories and different thoughts and different views. Like, I love to hear when I'm upstairs or I'm in the living room, I'll just hear him talking to the cats outside. He's having a whole conversation with them out there, and he's saying this and that and blah, blah, blah. And he's talking to them like they're little people, and that makes me feel good, you know? And I remember when his mom was alive, and she used to tell me this when he was little. The grandma would come over because my mother-in-law, when she was real young, would work nights. She had all those kids and no help, and she always used to say, Chucky's in the doghouse again, or the neighbors would come over. Chucky's in the doghouse with the dog. He'd go in the doghouse with the dog. He'd be sitting in there talking to the dog. So he would... That's so cute. I could just see his little freckled face. Just a little sweetheart he was. And I love him. And those are the things that I love about my husband. Or when he talks about geese, he's got a funny way what he says. When they eat food, he calls it ping 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 ping, and it makes me laugh. And we'll be driving down the road and we see some geese, and he's like ping 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 ping, because they're eating, and that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. Ping ping ping. Oh my God. And then the day before yesterday, when I was off on Tuesday, he was gone. He was doing some stuff on his car. And a groundhog from next door came right on the porch and looked in the door. I'm like, you little cute shit. But he's seen him again today, and he ran outside. He loves groundhogs. He wants one as a pet. Jesus, no. And I don't know. He looked under my car to make sure I wasn't going to hit it. But I'm sure he'd run away. But yeah, he was looking for him. I'm like, ah. But anyways, getting back to the pictures, what I would like to tell you guys about the pictures that I wanted to show you guys of my parents that look like movie stars when they're young. I'm hoping to be able to have some tomorrow or Saturday. He got both hutches on, buried in the garage, but he's going to put them both by the back door, and then when I come home, we're going to bring both of them in. So yes, because that real tall one, I'm going to use and take out like 90% of the stuff my mother and my mother-in-law's refrigerator, all those canned goods, and use that as a pantry. I don't know why. I forgot my dad made that one, and my mom had like 200, 300 DVDs in it before, something like that, some kind of crazy amount. And I'm going to use it as a canned good thing. And I might use the other thing as a canned good thing. And put pictures upstairs in my closet or whatever. Because I don't have enough room in this house. And I'm thinking that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I might use both of them. I was going to use the other smaller thing. And I need to paint both of them. Because they're a dark blue. And they're like a dirty looking blue. And I just don't care for blue. So I need to buy like a thing of paint and paint them a color I would want. And I definitely need to do that. And what else? But I was going to put the other one that's smaller and it has 2 doors on it, but it's pretty big. I could put a lot in both of them. I thought about it. I'm like, that's a great way to keep stuff closed and have more storage space for food in the house and keep it closed and keep it safe from heat or coldness, whatever. So I'm gonna utilize both. But the one cabinet my dad did make, the real tall one, and I totally forgot that was out there till the other day. And I seen it. I'm like, oh my God, I totally didn't even know there was in it. And there's a hutch in there that, like I think I told you guys earlier, my dad hand built, and it's a replica of like a $5,000 or $10,000 hutch that my mom loved primitive antiques we had in our house. I grew up in my house with blue cobalt blue granite ware, gray granite ware, Crocs with blue writing on them, real Indian baskets, beautiful. My dad made wooden beams. Our house was like something out of early American magazine. It was absolutely gorgeous to frickin' die for. And the 2 freaks, why would you buy a house like that if you do not like it? Number one, destroyed it. I don't know what they did. I can't go down the street. I haven't been down my street in about 6-7 years. I can't do it. I went down there like 1 time, 2 times after those freaks brought, and I had that house. People would stop and look at our house. I had my husband paint all the brick because the houses on my street were red brick, gray brick, and sometimes like yellowy brick or pink and gray brick. I painted our house like an off-white cream, and I had green doors and green trim. It was absolutely to die for, out of a magazine, and flowers everywhere. People would just, my neighbors used to say next door, your ma had it beautiful with the barn red, but this color now is like something out of a magazine. It is just absolutely to die for. I got my dad to buy all new front doors and shit. My ma passed away, and it was green, dark forest green, and the trim was green, and it was like an off-white creamy color. The brick, it was beautiful. It stood out. Only house like that on the whole block, and it just was something out of a magazine. Then I had rocks. We had a beautiful pine tree, not big like them idiots next door, but a nice pine tree. I hand brought every rock under that pine tree, and it was just gorgeous the way I put the rocks under that tree. I busted my ass with those rocks. And they got rid of them all. I couldn't go by there no more. The next door neighbors told me something that they did something, knocked walls down. I'm like, I can't even hear that dumb shit. My dad made beams and distressed them with hitting them and everything, and then staining them. It was just, we had vaulted ceilings with big beams. It looked like you were in a lodge. It was beautiful. Almost looked like you were in a log cabin, some parts of our home. It was beautifully done, good taste, gorgeous. And then 2 yo-yos moving. And it was just a disaster. When they were buying the house after my parents both passed away, and I was selling it because my husband wasn't right in the brain then, like he is now. That's the house I should have kept. It was paid off and everything, but I wasn't working because I took care of my dad for 4 years and my husband was sick. And the taxes where my mom and dad live were 4 times the amount where I live now. I mean, 4 to 5 times the amount. I can't breathe. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but certain times of day or night. Oh, I'm going to tell you 2 things. I keep getting off the subject. I want so many things to say. I cannot breathe. I have to put Vicks in my nose, like right on the edge. I get where I cannot breathe. Does anybody else get Kroger coupons? Like they send me 1 free thing, and I wish they'd change it up a month. It's a free box of Keebler Club crackers. I'm going to make sure I get that tomorrow because the last 3 months I've thrown that away. That's like it's throwing free butter crackers away, and that's absolutely stupid. I must buy 10,000 boxes of Ritz crackers a month, and my husband likes them. I got a coupon for 65 cents off of 1 Kroger ice cream. I love their brand ice cream, mint chocolate chip, and then 55 cents off of ice cream on a stick, and $1.65 off of Friskies cat food in the bag, which is awesome because they're too much to begin with on that, and 75 cents off of Marzetti dressing that I use this to dip in Ritz crackers. You can use vegetables or I love that. And what else? Let me see if anything else going here. Fudgicle coupon, $1 off. That's pretty darn good. 40 cents off Kroger dip, which is good. 60 cents off a purchase of 2 cans of Kroger canned fruit. I like mandarin oranges in a can, or these pants are like going up my butt. Or mix fruit and make what I got a craving for is, what did my mom call it? My mom used to call it cherry jubilee salad. And a lot of people call it different names. I forget. There's a lot of different names for it. I'll tell you what's in it and you'll know right away. You use Cool Whip sour cream, canned fruit. My mom used to put coconut in it. I can't eat coconut. Chokes me. So I drain canned fruit. I would rather have more mandarin oranges in it than anything. So I like to buy a can of mandarin oranges, a can of mixed fruit, drain the shit out of it. Take a cup and a half of sour cream, and a cup and a half, 2 cups of Cool Whip, mix it all together, and marshmallows in it. Little baby marshmallows I got. I love that, and I'm going to make that. It's so easy to whip together. It's crazy. I'm going to make it tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know if I have enough time to make it before I come. It takes 2 minutes to make it together. I could put it in her refrigerator, make a small bowl of it. And it is, to me, it's so good. I can't stop eating that shit. And, yeah, it's really good. It's, to me, and it's a summer salad. And my mom used to make it every Christmas for us. And she'd put cherries, not mandolin cherries, cherries in it. You know, cherry, Marshano cherries. Couldn't say the word. Lisa. So I need to get a jar of cherries, a thing of sour cream. I need sour cream, but see, I got nowhere to put it because the refrigerator's shit. I could put it in my mother-in-law's refrigerator till I come home. I should, if I can get that cabinet in the kitchen, I like to take a lot of stuff out of my mother-in-law's refrigerator just in case they got to move it for the other refrigerator coming in tomorrow. So if I could wipe a lot of stuff out of there and put it in that cabinet of my dad's built, and then that would be good deal. And I need to take all the stuff off the top of her refrigerator just in case they have to move it to get in that house. I don't know. We will see. I think most likely they're coming through the back door. Praying to God if it's through the back door or something. I don't know. It's got to fit. It's got to fit. So anyways, that's what my husband said, though, about animals. And I 100% agree with him, because I've seen him with animals, how he acts and how kind he is. And my husband, like I said, is a kind person. He's just mean a lot of times, because that's just how his brain is. His brain wasn't wired right. And I don't hold it against him or anything. But, yeah. Just how he is. He just can't help it sometimes. But he's so good with animals. And he goes, I judge a person how if they go up to an animal or how I see them treat animals. And I go, you are so right. You are so right. And that's how you can judge people, their character. This video is called Judging Somebody's Character, because if you see how they act with an animal, you know what kind of kind soul they are. That's important to me. That's the most important. If somebody's kind and has compassion in this world, because all these other fools don't have compassion. You know, I'm up here bitching about everybody all the time. But if those freaks next door need something, I'd be right away turned around giving them some. But I'm going to try to stay away from them too. They're just too much next door. I've tried and tried with those people. And if you talk to any sane person, you guys have seen that tree, right? Anybody would know in their right gourd that thing needs to come down, that shouldn't be by houses. And I'm not saying I've ever asked them for money or anything. Right away, no one's asking you for shit. I'm saying if my husband could ever have somebody else help him, maybe he could cut part of it down or all of it down or something to get rid of that tree total. Well, we'll move out of here by then. I go, wouldn't you want to be rid of that eyesore? That's nothing nice to look at. It's a big monster tree. It's overdone for where it's at. It doesn't belong between two little houses, is what I'm saying. So it's just like talking to her husband. He's not all there. He's not there. He failed the police academy test like 7-8 times. He's not failing it on hard stuff. He fails it on the everyday common sense stuff. And I feel bad. I gave him a good recommendation. The Detroit police came to my house, and I talked to them guys for about a half an hour and said he's a kind man. He's great with animals. He's a kind person. But just dumb in life. He's so dumb. Especially if somebody offers to help you, you think he'd be happy. But not them dum-dums. But yeah, whatever. I'm looking at a plane going in the sky. Anyways, Lisa's sharing life stories with you. But an animal will tell you a lot about when a person, how they take care of their animals, tells you a lot what kind of people they are. And if they're genuine, kind, good people. That'll tell you right there. If they mistreat their animals, they have major problems. Stay away from them. Lisa's sharing life stories with you, but this is shit you can take to the grave. This is shit that makes sense. It's common sense, the stuff I'm telling. It makes sense. It's things that we open our eyes and look at people and we're like, oh yeah, that does make sense. If you see somebody that animals like, they're usually a genuine, sweet, good, kind person. So there, he's right. I love you all. Look forward to me coming back on here. Maybe tonight, I don't know. Or tomorrow or Saturday with pictures of my parents. But I am coming. Well, my parents were movie stars, and I'm not just saying that. And when I can show you some pictures of my mother and her bright red hair and my dad and his black, I mean, they were gorgeous. They make me look like Gary frickin' Busey. I'm telling you. They were gorgeous. I love you all. Lisa sharing life stories with you. Remember, we're all in this shit together, you sons of bitches. We are. Anybody needs anything, reach out to me. I'm here for you. Good, bad, happy, or sad. I love you all. Have a great night.